Situations when it's best to lie. A repairman asks if anyone else lives with you. Yes, and you're expecting people. You can also ask for an ID and call the company to confirm identity. A cab driver asks if you're meeting friends. Most definitely. Traveling alone and someone asks if you know people in town or need a ride, you're staying with family and they're picking you up.
Here's what to do if you're getting choked in a car with electrical seats. I'm gonna move it forward to make it more tighter. Alright, it's pretty tight. So you always have an opening right here by your seat. You're gonna move your hand like that, in, and slide. Now, this is gonna hurt, but at least you get your hand in there. Your second step is to get the seatbelt. Don't pull it through too hard, because at that point, it will lock itself. You're gonna put your foot into the seatbelt, like that. Open the door, and now this part is gonna hurt because you're gonna slide past the rope. That's how you get up.
If you find a cookie under your doormat, call the cops immediately. Home invaders will put a cookie right there under your doormat, and then they will come back in a day or so to check on it. What they're looking for is if the cookie is still whole or if it's been crushed. If it's been crushed, that means someone's been coming in and out of the house. If it's whole, that means no one's been using that door to come in and out of the house, which gives home invaders the green light to say, hey, no one's here, let's rob this place. This is mainly for people who enter their house through one single door. Regardless, if you ever see this, call the cops immediately. Be safe out there, folks.
We're killing the earth, and that's really fun. No one believes us because we are young. Our forests are turning to ash in a second. Ask California, they'll tell you about it. They'll tell you how they have lost all their homes while Trump turns a blind eye and tweets on his phone. Global warming's an expensive little hoax for the last time. This is not a joke. Our factories are working and toxins emitting. The ozone is crumbling and we won't stop putting chemicals in what we're trying to breathe. Our future is stolen and we are the thieves. Sea levels are rising and icebergs are melting. The coral reefs are dying and no one is helping. Do you realize they keep the oceans alive? This started back in 1985. Don't come to me when your child can't think of what a tiger is cause they're extinct. Don't cry to me when your fur coat ain't clean. The endangered list is now 41,400.
Guys, so today, for our video, we are going to be showing my boyfriend how a tampon works. This is a tampon, alright?
Oh, so you're the guy that fucking goes inside my girl.
First of all, I need you to shut up and just listen. Do you talk like this in school? You talk like this in school? No, you fucking raise your hand. Raise your hand when you want to talk. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? This is how a tampon works. Shut up. You push it in, okay? Let's say that this is the...
Okay, push it in.
You know? And when it goes in...
The fuck?
like
That's
that.
thicker than me!
No, wait, listen. But when the blood fills up the tampon, it expands like that.
No wonder you don't moan!
Didn't I fucking say
Tampon's better than me?
Didn't I say to raise your hand?
Call
Drive!
On me. Call on me.
No!
Call on me.
No! I'm gonna need Jimmy.
Ask for a raise.
Hi, boss. Am I interrupting? Okay, so sorry. This will just take a second. I just wanted to talk to you maybe about the possibility of me getting a raise. I just heard that Steve makes so much more than me, and I feel like I work so much harder than him, so I don't know. I just feel like I kind of deserve it. Hey, boss. Would you have any time today or tomorrow to sit down with me for a moment? Great. Hey, is now still a good time? Great. So I've been working here for a little over a year now and have been so thrilled with the projects I've been able to work on. Our ad revenue is up 15% and our email newsletter has grown by over 500,000 subscribers. In the past year, I've gained project management skills that have allowed me to perform this job at a higher caliber. I've also gained 3 interns under me that I'm now managing. Considering all these factors and the market average for this role in New York City, would a 10% raise be out of the question?
Reasons why my mom is mad at me, part 4. Number 1, I'm always inside because of pandemic. That's my fault. I should have inverted the house so I could be outside and inside at the same time without getting sick. That's my fault, Mom. Number 2, I was showering too loud. That's my fault once again. I have to take the blame for that. I should have caught the water before it hit the floor and then gently applied it to my body so that noise would never have happened. Once again, Mom, I'm sorry. Number 3, because she said so. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what the fuck this means, but whatever she says is the holy grail, and asking why should be taken as an act of treason, and I should be canceled for that. So I'm sorry once again. And number 4, she told me to do something and then immediately did it herself. That's my fault. I should have did it before she even had the thought. So that would have never have happened. Once again, Mom, I'm so sorry, and please
Gotta watch this, my mind is blown.
Here's another example. When we think of Marilyn Monroe, we think of a young woman, old Hollywood, mid-century glamour, Americana, black and white. When we think of the Queen of England, we think of an old woman in color in England and news headlines. Because those conceptions are quite different, we mentally place each woman in a different time. So it can come as a surprise to learn that they were both born in the same year. Similarly, it can be surprising to learn that Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were also born in the same year. And if they were alive today, they would both be younger than the Queen of England. When Harriet Tubman was born, Thomas Jefferson was alive. And when she died, Ronald Reagan was alive. When she died, Ronald Reagan...
Things Every Girl Needs Part 3. First is this iPhone stun gun. This looks perfectly discreet from far away. You could pretend you're on the phone, and then if somebody tries to attack you, you can just... Next is this pen knife. Yes, it actually can write like so. You can write as normal, but if anybody tries to hurt you, boom. And last is this self-defense bracelet from Invisaware. This charm has a button in the back of it, and if you press it in 2 times if you're in danger, it'll notify 5 of your emergency contacts along with the police saying, hey, I'm in danger, and it'll give them your exact location.
What is the most unprofessional thing a doctor has ever said to you?
So listen, I've got a story for you. I was 29 and I wanted my 3rd kid, and so I went to my gyno and I was like, hey, can I get my birth control out? And he straight up told me, no, you have no right having a 3rd child. You're 29, you're diabetic, you've had a stillbirth. No, I'm not going to take that risk on my medical license. No way. So I went to my endocrinologist. My endocrinologist, she got pissed, fucking livid. And she filed a report, and he got in big trouble for it and ended up having to do it for me. So I had my 3rd kid, and then the placenta had an issue that was no fault of mine, and we ended up having to have an emergency C-section, where instead of tying my tubes, he removed them. So I no longer had the option, but then didn't report it. And I didn't find out until I had a hysterectomy this year. So not only did he say something, he did something.
I found this on Pinterest and thought it was pretty helpful, so why not share?
Five things give away that your idea is fake as shit. Part 14. I already feel really bad about having to say this one, but it needs to be said. If you are short, and I don't care how old your ID says you are, I mean, like, if you're built like Beetlejuice, you're gonna have a really hard time getting served a drink. I'm sorry. This is actually dropped in the comments, and I pray to God it has not actually happened before. No, it is a horrible idea for you and all of your friends to get the exact same fucking name on your ID. Actually, what? No, I take that back. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I want you to tag me in that video, and I want to see it. Oh, it is so true. And gentlemen, I'm really sorry that this has to happen like this, but if you're an attractive female, it does not matter how real or fake your ID is. You're probably going to get in. I'm sure you guys have wondered this before, but if you have a thick accent because you're an international student or you're just from overseas, do you get judged more harshly or easily? I personally just enjoyed listening to the accent. You probably got in. If your ID was already denied because of the fact that it was fake, do not get the authorities involved. You will lose that every fucking time.
Hey, I don't want to alarm anybody, but that movie, I Am Legend, that took place in 2021, and that whole zombie outbreak shit was because of a failed vaccine. Just saying. Have a good night.